in my fate today.
Falling off the edge today.
I am just a man, not superhuman.
I'm not superhuman.
Someone save me from the hate. It's just another war.
Well, the last stop on the tour at Texas Motor Speedway, if you recall that race, had one of the wildest crashes to finish off a race. And if you thought a finish like that at Texas was one of the most incredible races in our 2003 history, as Bachman Turner Overdrive sings, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because stop number 6 on the Castrol GTX Cup, not stop number 7, I should say, stop on the Castrol GTX Cup Series, takes us to Bristol, Tennessee, in the running of the Food City 500. So, grab a popcorn, or a bag of chips, or a drink of your choice, and sit back, because this is going to be a long ride here. If you know the track like Bristol, it can cause some, it could be basically a wreck fest and a half. So, we'll see what happens here today. So let's get this show on the road. On the pole at 138 miles an hour, it's Johnny Gardner in a 28 Texaco Haviland Ford. He comes into this race 10th in the points chase. Beside him, Michael Turner in the number 88 Ford Quality Care Ford Credit Ford Taurus alongside. Row 2 is Cab Shearer in the 32 Tide Pontiac for PPI Motorsports. And Dylan Young, the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford, comes into this race 35th in the points and looks for a good run. On row number 3, it's Trent Dunham, the number 1 Bass Pro Shops Impala, picking up sponsorship for this race. He's been on a roll. He's currently 9th in the points chase right now. Beside him, William Brock in the X-Side Batteries Ford, car number 7. Then it's the Hayes Modems Ford of Nicholas Romero, who comes in this race 7th in points and a winner at Rockingham. Beside him, Matt Dallion in the Valvoline Ford Taurus, car number 6. Then it's Zach Austin, number 23, Smokin' Joe's Ford, and the Citgo Ford Car 21 of Quentin Moore is alongside. Corey Williams, number 31, Lowe's Chevrolet, is the inside of the next row, and Stephanie Gardner, the Los Cheerios Ford Taurus Car 26. Then it's Zach Rogers, number 3, GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, and beside him is the 16 Family Channel Prime Star Ford of the Daytona 500 champ, Marty Johnson. He's alongside. Number 19, the Dodge Dealers Dodge of John Arndt has the inside of the next row, and Jesse Turner, the 17 Western Auto Chevrolet. Then it's Dallas McIntosh, number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet, and Luis Hernandez in a Michael Holligan Chevrolet car 25. Jeremy Jones, who comes in this race 6th in the points chase, the Interstate Battery Chevrolet car number 18, the winner at the race at Las Vegas, and Austin LaPlante, the number 5 Kellogg's Corn Flakes Chevrolet. Seth Cole, the number 13 Geico Chevrolet, is flanked by Joshua Collard in the number 43 STP Pontiac, in the next row. Here comes the command to fire him up.
Drivers, start them engines!
Southern way to do it here at Bristol. Dalton Day, the winner at Texas, and in the number 20 Home Depot Pontiac, and the number 4 car of Chris Dodd in the Kodak Film Chevrolet car number 4 has the next row down. Field rounds corner number 4. The green flag waves. We are underway here at Bristol. Cars slipping and sliding all over the place here as we complete the first lap, amazingly without a wreck. And whoa, cars grinding all over the place. 4 wide there. John Arndt to the inside. Let's see what happens here at all. They are slipping all over the place here. Austin LaPlante off the wall. I'm not going to say anything to jinx nothing here at Bristol. I really am not. Noah Cars on the apron of the track having runs. Chris Dodd and Jessica Shelton both off the wall. Charles Sanford going by them both. Levi Shones, the inside of the 4 of Chris Dodd as in for position. Dodd now up the track. Shelton goes by. On board, Jessica Shelton's car. And and you see from her car, Ryan Madden up and over. And Shelton taps Charles Sanford. You were riding with her when it all happened. Dallas McIntosh is in the crash. Dylan Poteet on Jeremy Jones, 6 in the points, is in the crash. Poteet, who had been slumping bad, he's in the crash. Fitzwater's in it. Levi Shones on Ryan Madden, who took the horrible tumble on the backstretch. We were riding with Jessica Shelton when it all happened, as I said before, but I was surprised actually we made it 6 laps without a caution flag. We usually do not make it 1 lap. Dallas McIntosh got off the wall. Let's see what happened to cause the whole thing. It was the 88 of Michael Turner, actually, who started the whole deal. And Turner gets turned over by Jeremy Jones, lands on Dylan Poteet's car. Joshua Card gets rear-ended by Noah Cars. Dallas McIntosh. And Fitzwater went up and over. There's where Sanford got hit by Shelton. Kyle Matthews had to slam on the brakes in the 42 car. But Michael Turner and Zachary Fitzwater and Ryan Madden all were victims of melees here at Bristol. Well, we saw what Michael Turner went through. Here's what Ryan Madden went through in a 71. He was in the middle of Dallas McIntosh and Quentin Moore. McIntosh puts Madden up the wall here, and right in front of Charles Sanford in the 24. And drivers playing the game of where do I go when I get there. And then Madden gets jacked up by Levi Shones. There's where Shelton spun Sanford around. Charles Sanford, that was 24. James Richardson and Cooper Cyron, Joshua Osborne and Chris Dodd all make it through. Ryan George. There's where Fitzwater tumbled. Damaged up badly in that Sprint PCS Chevrolet. And then he gets hit there by Joseph Romero in the 29. Green flag back underway. We're here on the restart. Kev Shearer is the leader of the race now, and then number 32, Tide Pontiac. Second is Dylan Young. Third, Trent Dunham. Trent's been on a roll here. He's been one of the guys to watch here the last few races. He's moved up from 20th to 9th in the points within the last few races, and the yellow flag is back out. I see the yellow lights on. And Shear's off the wall. Dylan Young now goes to the lead. As the caution flag is waved once again. It looks like Noah Cars and Joshua Osborne were involved in this melee. Let's see what happened here. Noah Cars was battling with Austin LaPlante and Levi McIntyre. McIntyre goes up the track, taps Noah Cars, sending him around just like we saw the Dawsons do back in Season 4. If you remember John and Michael Dawson in Season 4 and that finish, same move, except it was a big one they caused a big one in Turn 1. And then, there's where Osborne spun, number 10, in the Tide Ford. And he actually ran into Cooper Cyron, and then right into Dalton Day in the 20 car, the winner at Texas this season. Osborne was in 26 when it all happened. And there's the battle for the lead that took here's how Dylan Young took the lead. Kev Shearer, who was leading, off the wall. He still maintained second position, but Now I'm beginning to think that was not actually the cause of the yellow flag. Let's see what the actual cause of the caution was. So I think the deal with no, I think that was the cause of the yellow flag, was the deal with Noah Cars and Levi McIntyre, but so Dylan Young has the lead here. Car number 2, the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. Second is Kev Shear. Third, Trent Dunham. Fourth is William Brock. Fifth, Zach Austin. Sixth position, Nicholas Romero, the Rockingham winner. Corey Williams, 7th. 8th is Luis Hernandez. 9th, the pole sitter, Johnny Gardner. And 10th, and Stephanie Gardner running in 10th position. And there's where the rest of y'all are running right now. Give you a quick field rundown. Field rounds corner number 4 here. Dylan Young has the lead here. The other Dylan Poteet, along with Noah Cars, are 2 cars a lap down, damaged up. Back underway here on lap number 19. Zach Austin up the track, sliding a little bit. And Poteet's off the wall, number 22. They are leaning on each other hard. They're coming into the next turn here. On Austin LaPlante getting loose. They're coming out of the second turn. We are sticking on this mix because this looks like the eye of the storm here happening. Kyle Matthews dipping down below Seth Cole, and oh, we got a spin coming. It's Matt Dallio in the 6 has spun, and Marty Johnson in 16. Third caution flag coming out here on lap number 24. Oh, and Seth Cole is spun, and Marty Johnson not happy with Charles Sanford for some reason. Seth Cole spins from 20 position, and he and Osborne again gets into another guy. And actually, it wasn't really Osborne. It was Zach Flickinger who pushed Osborne into Seth Cole. And then gets a little tap there from Dalton Day in the 20. And those two going by were the 2 principals of the real principals of the yellow flag. Matt Dallio was on the outside in the 6th position. Actually, it was 3 of the Roush cars. The 6, the 26, and the 16. And Matt Dallio gets a little air here, and actually, and you saw what you didn't see barely was Zach Rogers getting into it with Austin LaPlante. But, oh my goodness, we're having some crazy sideways racing at Bristol. I don't know what's going on here, but nonetheless, Dylan Young keeps the lead here in the Food City 500. 2 of the veterans in the top 2 spots. Dylan Young leading, Trent Dunham in 2nd. 3rd is Nicholas Romero. 4th, Corey Williams. Johnny Gardner running in 5th position. 3 Fords and 2 Chevrolets in the top 5 positions as the green flag waves. We're back underway on lap number 29. Let's take a look and see who all gets in the who. Dylan Pote getting himself into a little bit of a mess here as they come out of the second turn here. Luis Hernandez dips down below the apron, so does William Brock. Rogers is off the wall. Zach Austin off the wall, so is Johnny Gardner. And oh, James Richardson spins along with Zach Rogers. Marty Johnson has spun as well in the 16. Austin LaPlante on pit road. Yellow flag is waved once again. Dylan Young again has won the race on one race back to the start finish line. I should say not the race itself, but not yet at least, but and it appeared to me that Richardson got a little tap there from Quentin Moore in the 21 and sent him into Zach Rogers in the 3. Richardson was running 18th when this happened. As several drivers going by, William Bedford, Shelton, 30 car of Ryan George, and Richardson got turned around. And actually, Marty Johnson just got turned sideways, actually, and he didn't really spin. And again by Matt Dallio in a 6. And then, whew. How Dalton Day missed Marty Johnson was beyond me. But it remains Dylan Young and Trent Dunham 1-2 here at Bristol. This keeps on going like this. These two might be in good shape. But now, Nicholas Romero, Corey Williams, and Kev Shearer's got something to say about that. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 2 Fords, 2 Chevys, and a Pontiac in the top 5. Dylan Young looking for his first win of the season. Trent also looking for his first of the season. Green flag race, we're back underway here at Bristol. Nicholas Romero was the winner at Rockingham. And Dunham's off the wall coming out of the second turn. Here comes Nicholas Romero. Not quite enough as they come out of oh, and Romero spins, I believe. And Dylan Young pulls off a lead here, and Cooper Cyron in the 11 is spun. Yellow flag is waved once again for the 4th time. No, I believe that's the 5th time actually, I'm not sure, but Cooper Cyron in the 11 car has spun. And so did Johnny Gardner in the 28. I think. But let's first show you Nicholas Romero's deal in the 15 car. Dunham got off the wall. Romero had a pretty good position to try to take second from Dunham. And then Romero, he about got turned, and then Gardner actually originally took second from Kev Shearer. And then Gardner slid up the track. And there's where Cooper Cyron got turned. Oh, and Charles Sanford, another crash for him. I swear there must be a target of some kind on Charles Sanford's car the last couple seasons. I swear there must be. Austin LaPlante making laps around pit road, I think. But the race is now officially under 10 laps to go at the moment. here at Bristol. Let's see if we can get all 10 of them. Don't think it's gonna be. I don't think there's gonna be any chance we'll get all 7 laps in the race completed here on the under green, as we'll have the restart with 7 laps to go. Dylan Young trying to hold them all off here today. Here, Corey Williams is now the new second place car. Noah Cars is a lap down in 29th. Corey Williams is second. Trent Dunham is third. Fourth is Kev Shearer. Fifth is John Arndt. Sixth, William Brock. Seventh, Nicholas Romero. Eighth, JT Bryant. Ninth position is Luis Hernandez. In 10th position, Zach Austin. As the green flag about to wave for the, I don't know if it'll be for the final time or not, but we'll see. The green flag waves. We're back underway here at Bristol. 7 laps to go. Several cars sliding a little bit right there. I think I saw her spin on the front stretch indeed, as Dunham now goes inside of Corey Williams for the second position. Williams off the wall. Dunham and Shearer both pass Williams. No question who won the respective line. Dylan Young did again. But, oh, is Sanford another crash again? No, Sanford was not in the crash. Okay, but I think the 19 of John Arndt might have been the one that was in the crash. I'm not so sure. Let's take a look again as to what happened there. He was right behind Cab Shearer for position there. Noah Cars bounced off the wall there, and yep, and he got turned by the 7 car of William Brock, and Cars goes back up the track. And everybody, miraculously, everybody misses him. And we'll see if there's any other incidents that happened. Yeah. Looks to me like that might have been it, but I'm not so sure. Other than Zach Flickinger got off the wall just a little bit, but it looks like this Food City 500 is going to end under yellow here, as we have already 2 laps to go and the pace cars lights are still on. So that's going to mean the Food City 500 is going to belong to Dylan Young and the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford, as he takes home the title here today. Trent Dunham will come home second. Cab Shearer ends up in the 3rd position, the second top 5 of the season. He needed that a lot. He came into this race 29th in the points. And for Trent Dunham, though, that is another, adds on to his streak of great finishes he's been on. He's come up from 20th to 9th in the points in the last few races. So Trent's on a roll here in the number 1 car. Corey Williams comes home in 4th position. 5th is Nicholas Romero. 6th, JT Bryant. 7th, John Arndt. 8th, Luis Hernandez. 9th, Seth Cole. Stephanie Gardner in 10th, with Jessica Shelton in 11th. Great comeback for her, despite being involved in several crashes herself. But the day belongs to this man, Dylan Young, the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford for Penske Racing. And there it is, Dylan Young, the winner of the Food City 500 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And he needed this a lot. He came in this race 35th in the points. The dominant car all day long was him for sure. Johnny Gardner trying to make it back around the line. Don't think it's going to happen, but we gave you the top 10 already. Jessica Shelton was 11th, as I said before. 12th, Zach Austin. Levi McIntyre, 13th. 14th, Matt Dalio. 15th was Quentin Moore. 16th, James Richardson. Zach Flickinger, 17th. 18th, Chris Dodd. 19th, Joshua Osborne. 10th position was William Bedford. Ryan George, 21st. 22nd, Zach Rogers. 23rd, Kyle Matthews. 24th position, William Brock. Marty Johnson, 25th. Dalton Day, 26th. 28th, 7th. Johnny Gardner. Dylan Poteet, 28th. 29th, Jesse Turner. Charles Sanford, 30th. It's 2 laps down. That 2014, like I said, I don't want to say anything, but Austin LaPlante, 31st. The last car running in this race. 10 cars out of the race. Noah Cars, Cooper Cyron, Joshua Collar, Jeremy Jones, Levi Shones, Ryan Madden, Joseph Romero, Michael Turner, Zachary Fitzwater, and Dallas McIntosh out of the race. And a lot of those cars were in the top 10 in the points too. So some of those cars were in the top 10 in the points, and that's going to drop them down a bunch here today. But congratulations again to Dylan Young, the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford, to victory lane at Bristol, Tennessee, as we head to the next stop on the tour for the running of the First Union 400 at North Wilkesboro. The second of 3 straight short track races on the tour. So no surprise we had a caution fest at Bristol, 68 mile an hour average. That's hauling butt, not. So for all that said, though, this is James Qualls saying here. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.